Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly forecast for April 22nd through the 28th. We're going to jump right on in and see what is coming up for our Virgo friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. Alright, my Virgo friends, let's see what's happening. What's happening in the world of Virgo in the week ahead. Alrighty. Getting the number 10, Virgo. So some cycle is closing. This could be very positive, okay? And see what it is. And what is coming up. And what the cards have to say for you. Alrighty. Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Alright, my darlings. Let's see what is going on. Your Monday, Tuesday, we've got the Magician. Alright. This is good. This is positive energy. I did say I was getting the number 10, so that's like a cycle coming to a closing. That makes sense to me because the Magician is always a card that I've associated with new beginnings. And obviously, new beginnings come out of cycles closing or things ending. With the Magician card, there's a really positive energy with it that comes in that really has to do with manifestation, okay? So a lot of you Virgos coming into the beginning part of the week, you may be having a lot of synchronicities that are taking you by surprise. You may be receiving a lot of little messages from the universe that things are changing or turning a corner. So you may be seeing repeating angel numbers. You may be seeing 111 or 222 or 555, or you may look at the time and it's 11:11 or 3:33 or whatever it might be. You might be coming into the energies of synchronizing numbers. In fact, I sat down to do this reading at 3:33 a.m. So, therefore, that's another sign in itself. But the beautiful thing about the Magician card, like I said, is it's a time of serendipity. It's a time of very happy accidents or coincidences that just seem to bring things together or to help create and to fall things into place. This could also be, Virgo, a reminder for many of you of how connected you are to source, to spirit, to eternity, to infinity, and the power of the energy that you are able to tap into at this time to manifest great changes. I do feel, Virgo, some of you are finally releasing or letting go the desire to control the will of another. So if you are a Virgo who maybe practices in the arts, who's a spiritual, who maybe does do things like spell work, you may have been doing things for some time and trying to control the will of another person, and you're finally releasing that or letting that go, thereby bringing yourself much more power, much more peace, and much more ability to focus on things that are going to be more fruitful for you or better for you in the long run. So some of you, that 10 is coming into releasing someone or letting somebody go, or finishing some kind of a soul contract that maybe you've been dealing with for a while, but you're coming into this new energy of change, okay? Change, regeneration, manifestation, bringing in new, better things into your life. Your Wednesday, Thursday card is the World. And again, this is a very, very powerful confirmation that something is coming to a completion. Okay, the World card is the close of a cycle, healing from a situation, coming into your recognition, coming into your fame, coming into being celebrated. It's a successful completion of a project. It's like, winning the last battle of a video game. Like, you've won the game, you've solved the puzzle. So something is coming into really high energy. Now, it's very interesting because you've had two major arcana cards come in back to back. You had the Magician and the World card coming in back to back. So major arcana cards come in when we're at a time of coming into life purpose, when we're at a time of a pretty massive crossroads, spiritual enlightenment, spiritual growth. So Virgo, this is a big week ahead for you where there's a lot of positive energy coming in. The Magician is positive. The world is positive. So some of you are really coming into that energy of the world being your oyster, sky being your limit. Any other cliche you want to throw in, it may be cliche, but it's true. You have this wonderful energy coming in where you're accomplishing wonderful and great things. Virgo, a lot of you are finally breaking out of some mental prison where you've been incredibly, entirely, harshly, unfairly critical against yourself. And you're beginning to see the things that make you special and the things that make you beautiful, despite any regrets you may have, despite anything in the past you may wish you have done differently. You're still seeing that you're a good person, that you're a person worth loving, that you're a person worth being happy, worth being successful. And so you're calling in this success at this time. Many of you have been really, really struggling in trying to get ahead or trying to bring about positive changes in your life. Many of you have been frustrated or stressed out about money and finances, and these things are beginning to fall into place. Some of you are just really coming into lovable energy, okay? It might start off for some of you as self-love, and then from there it could be those of you who've been in a relationship that maybe has cooled down over time. Your partner's beginning to see those changes in you and they're starting to warm up to you. Those of you who've been single for some time, the self-love is attracting a new partner. So there's just a lot of doors opening for you in all areas of abundance in your life, bringing in blessings, bringing in positive attention, bringing in affection, bringing in praise, which maybe some of you for a long time felt you didn't deserve, but you're finally realizing and seeing that you absolutely do deserve this, and you're calling this in, you're manifesting these positive changes at this time. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I don't believe this. Look at this. Look at this. Major arcana all across the board. From the beginning of the week to the end of the week, all your cards are major arcana, Virgo. This is a big week for you. These are big shifts. These are big changes. Big, big, big changes. Friday and Saturday and Sunday. You're coming into the Empress energy. The Empress is beautiful. The Empress is wonderful. The Empress is the embodiment of all of the queens. She's all of the queens in one. She's every woman. There's nothing that she cannot do, okay? She's highly respected, highly revered, highly admired. She's beautiful. She's strong. She's independent. She's successful. She's fertile. She's caring. She's nurturing. She's creative. She's everything. She's absolutely everything. She's such a source of inspiration and strength and beauty. All the things that you can maybe wish to be or to aspire to be, she is. And so many of you Virgos are either coming into this energy of being the Empress, or you are attracting an Empress into your life, or some of you are dealing with a person whom you kind of maybe see as an Empress. And for some of you, maybe you're closing some kind of a karmic or a divine cycle with a significant soulmate relationship. Some of you are trying to come into an energy of peace with this person, because I see this dove, and that to me is very much a symbol of peace. Some of you are wanting to send this person a message because you might feel like they may not be ready to hear, or maybe you are the Empress and somebody is sending you a message and they feel like you might not be ready to hear, or you may not be you're not gonna want to give them the time of day. They're thinking for some of you. Some of you, this could be an ex or an estranged spouse wanting to reconcile with you, or somebody who maybe you feel like left you high and dry. Now, I'm not focusing too much on love in the weekly readings, although this is coming up, so therefore I'm saying it. But if you want more detailed love information, I would check out the April love readings, which are free. I'm not taking you to Vimeo or anywhere where you're being charged, but I do have the love reading links in the description of this video, so you can definitely check that out after if you want to get a little bit more info on love for Virgo in April. But so some of you, I am getting this could definitely be a reconciliation attempt. For other ones of you, you're finally coming into peace and allowing yourself to go working towards certain aspirations or projects or dreams or hopes. Not only are you finally believing in yourself and you're coming into this, like this lotus here in her hand, coming into your spiritual enlightenment and your spiritual guidance, but you know, your inspiration that's coming in, you're at peace with the path that you're taking. Some of you maybe didn't take steps for a really long time because you felt bad about like feeling like you were going to leave other people behind, or you were going on a different path and maybe they weren't going to understand it, and now you're in this place of peace where you're allowing yourself to do this, or you're allowing yourself to move forward in this way. Okay. Some of you are having a very, very peaceful gosh, I don't like parting ways. You may be parting ways from a job. Maybe some of you are getting ready to do some kind of like an early retirement and focus on some passion project or dream for yourself. Some of you may be preparing to part ways from a relationship, but like I said, I saw the number 10, which was the end of a cycle, or but you know, like the end of something and the beginning of something else, something new. But it's happening in a peaceful way. It's happening without resentment. It's happening without hurt feelings. It's happening on good terms. It's happening on good terms. And with this card here, with the Empress, I really feel that there's this inspired energy coming in at the end of the week. Some of you are receiving a forgiveness. Maybe the forgiveness is coming from yourself towards yourself. Maybe it's coming from just something you've been feeling really lousy about for a long time. But I feel like some of you are just hearing the words like I forgive you, or I've let it go. And it's just like music to your ears. It's like water on parched dry ground. You're feeling so relieved. Some of you have been carrying this on your chest for a long time, and so there's some kind of a release coming for some of you. Albeit it may not be met with a reconciliation, because the Empress is a very strong and confident woman. Okay, the Empress doesn't really need a reconciliation. The Empress is busy with her life. She's busy with her accomplishments. She's busy with her spiritual connection. You know, she may not need to take back that old energy, or she may be in the energy of, you know, waiting for her emperor, right? So she's not going to come down from her throne that easily, but there may still be an understanding. There may still be a forgiveness. There may still be a healing, so that, you know, all parties can move on and live their best life and be their best selves. But very, very, very powerful energy. All of your cards, Virgo, this week are major arcana, so this is significant. There's some lessons being learned. There's some contracts being released. There's some karma that's finally being paid back, and it's happening in an upbuilding way. It's happening in a way where all parties involved can just, like I said, live a better life. It's happening in a very high vibrational and very constructive way. So it's this release. It's release and success, right? All of your cards are very powerful here. Magician, you know, manifesting these new beginnings. The world, successful completion of a project. The Empress. This is like a powerhouse. Like, this is a full house. This is a full house of success and new beginnings. Like, nothing can slow you down with, you know, with this energy that's coming in. I think for many of you, you've been stuck for a very long time, or you've been having a very hard time moving past a certain situation, but it's finally being healed, and you're finally moving forward. Into this positive energy, okay, into this time of creating. Some of you are really, and even though like you may have not even been looking for this, some of you are going to be retiring early. Like, you're kind of shocked that it's happening, or that suddenly your luck has changed in such a positive way. But you're seeing really a really big chain of events coming down the line that are bringing in blessing after blessing after blessing, into bringing you this wonderful new beginning, and bringing you this empire or this dynasty that you're going to be able to be ruling. Okay, so anything, any resentment, any hurt feelings, any karmic cycles that were holding you back, not only are they no longer holding you back and you're stepping away from them, but there's such a healing. There's almost like this transmutation to where it's nothing but love. Nothing but love and success. And that is a beautiful and powerful thing, Virgo, especially since Virgos in general, you all can be super hard on yourselves. I've known some Virgos. I think Virgos and Capricorns are two of the signs where they just put themselves down like so much, or they're very critical of themselves. And you're finally seeing that you don't have to be critical of yourself, that there's no reason for you to be critical of yourself, and you're coming into this very positive, powerful energy. All right, my darlings, I would definitely check out your moon sign and rising sign videos as well, because some weeks that's going to resonate with you more, or bring in a few little extra tidbits of information. I am available for private readings if you would like a private reading, but it's the link to the calendar is in the description of this video. I've got a few availabilities coming up in May. I am booked until early May. And then I'm going to be closing up shop for a few weeks in May. I'm going to take a little bit of a vacation. I will still post videos, albeit I'll probably record them in advance and schedule them like to load. So they'll be like recorded earlier and then scheduled to load. Same with the social media. Things may be kind of being posted on an automatic schedule, but I will not be around. I know I've been answering some messages here and there. My assistant has been away. So, but yeah, I'm not going to be answering messages or anything. Anything that's posting will be like on an automatic schedule while I'm away. And then when I get back, I will do private readings again, but it's going to be on a much more limited schedule. I need to open up more time for a couple of reasons. I need to be there more for my Patreon patrons. It's gotten so backed up to where my time with them has been suffering, and like that's very sad because they're very supportive and they support me each month consistently. I want to be there for them more. And also very, very, very importantly, when I set out and I began this channel, you guys, I opened this channel and like for a year I did nothing with it, and then about a year ago I finally began posting videos, and my intention was to do the weekly readings but also do meditation videos, do DIY videos, messages and connecting with your higher self and your intuition, videos for healing, and I haven't gotten around to any of that. I'm very touched and I appreciate so much all of the messages, all of the requests for private readings. I love reading for you guys, I really do, but there's a lot of people out there that really, really need help and they can't afford to get a private reading. So I want to make sure I'm putting out content for them. And even for those of you who come to me for a private reading, it's like sometimes I feel like, yes, I want to read for you, but you don't necessarily need a reading. You just need some guidance and connecting. So I want to make sure that's available for everybody. I want to make sure that's available because it's something I sure could have used when I began waking up and coming into my spiritual path. So I need to make time to put that out there. I still owe you guys that shadow flame video I talked about, the divine masculine video I want to put out there, the meditations I want to put out there. So that's going to be changing. There's going to be a lot of changes coming to the channel very, very soon. The daily messages I was doing, that's again time I'm going to scrap so that I'm able to, you know, put more focus on meatier spiritual videos, like with a little bit more meat, spiritual meat. So that's going to be coming. So I thank you so very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. Thank you for being part of mine, and I'm wishing you a wonderful week.